The members of the lower chamber of the Philippine Congress in the House of Representatives received a good schooling of the immediate past history. They received an earful from 3 representatives on the side supportive of giving realistic annual budget to the Philippine Commission on Human Rights. Let's watch them.
Mali-mali po yung mga sinabi ng ating kagalang-galang na Marcoleta. Ang mga sinabi niya po ay puro mga defective, puro puno ng depekto. Pati ang Pangulo ng Bansa, idepensa ng Commission on Human Rights. Palagay ko naman napakalabo nun. Madaling sabihin, madaling pumintas, pero napakahirap ng trabaho ng Commission on Human Rights. Pag ito po'y inabolish natin ngayon, wala na pong pupuntahan ng ating bansa. Sapagkat ang problema natin ngayon ay violations of human rights. So the Commission should not even be given 600 million. They should be given maybe 2 billion so that they can function properly. Ngayon, sinabi po ng ating kagalang-galang na Marcoleta, si Pangulong Aquino ay nagkamali. Alam nyo, nung panahong yon, we were all under a revolutionary government. The President had every right to create laws through her own hand, signed by herself. Kung hindi niya naaalala yon, naaalala ko po, sapagkat kabilang po na lumaban kay Mr. Marcos, kami po, ang kasama ni Pangulong Cory, at ako po isa sa mga pumalakpak nung binuo niya ang Commission on Human Rights. This should not be abolished. It should be strengthened because of the times. We are now passing through a very narrow path to lose our democracy or to gain and strengthen it. I say we should all defend democracy because ito na po ang ating maaaring ipamana sa ating mga anak.
By international and domestic standards, a human rights violation is an offense committed by the state or agents of the state. Non-state parties like rebels, terrorists, and outlaws, when they commit crimes, they are sanctionable under the revised penal code because they commit common crimes, not violations of human rights. The CHR has no jurisdiction over non-state parties. It has jurisdiction over offenses committed by the state and agents of the state against the people of the Philippines. When the committee of the CSR was committed by President Cory Aquino in May 1987, she was still exercising her legislative powers under the revolutionary government because Congress, the 8th Congress, has not been convened at that time. Now, the CSR is a constitutional body. Emasculating and killing the CSR with an annual budget of only 1,000 pesos is unconstitutional because it virtually abolishes a constitutional body or office by legislative fiat. We cannot abolish a constitutional office by legislation. Moreover, the CSR has fiscal autonomy. Under the Constitution, the approved annual appropriation of the CSR shall be automatically and regularly released. It is the height of irony and fantasy for us to automatically release a minuscule and embarrassing, disgraceful budget of only 1,000 pesos to a constitutional body like the CSR, which is needed to be in existence and functioning because of the so many human rights violations presently obtaining in our country. To reduce the budget of the CSR to only 1,000 pesos annually. It is a minuscule, embarrassing, and unconstitutional move.
At the time that President Corazon Aquino issued Executive Order number 163, it was before Congress convened. That being the case, she possessed both executive and legislative powers. We used to threaten agencies with reducing their annual budget to even 1 peso or 0. But this 1,000 must be the adjustment to inflation. But really, Your Honor, it's ridiculous, especially so because it involves an agency created by the Constitution as an independent body to serve a crucial concern of our nation, to investigate on its own or on complaint by any party all forms of human rights violations involving civil and political rights. Among the reasons for my objection, Mr. Speaker, is first, because it would, in effect, cripple, maim, even kill CSR, which surely is not what the Constitution intends. Seriously, can Congress legally go against the clear purpose and intent of the Constitution? So, who's kidding who? 1,000 is practically abolishing the CSR because CSR can no longer function on such a ridiculous amount. And so we are actually abolishing, in fact, the CSR, which we don't have the power to do so because it is only an amendment to the Constitution that can do that. Second, because CSR has obligations under the Constitution as well as to the international community that upholds human rights. Third, its functions are misunderstood by many people, including some of our leaders, who think CSR defends only criminals. I wonder how we must look at the global community when we don't recognize and appreciate the job that the CSR has been doing. We need to be reminded that CSR was created to help curb excesses and abuses in the seat of power. The framers of the 1987 Constitution saw it fit to create CSR as an independent body free from coercion or reprisal. Mr. Speaker, our lack of empathy with CSR could also be because many of us think that all victims of human rights are drug dealers and criminals. Does this ever occur to you that many victims of human rights could also be innocent people, even our neighbors, friends, and family? Fourth, even assuming that CSR has been deficient in its work, the remedy is not to terminate or immobilize the constitutionally mandated agency. Let the people who would vote on future amendments to the Constitution decide this fate of the Commission on Human Rights, not us, not by mutilating and mangling its budget.
Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel for upcoming videos and updates. Thank you for watching.